all right, guys, welcome back. Ron here once again. And in today's midday review, I wanted to cover something very important, something that a lot of us may forget or, tend to bypass when it comes to our trading strategies, right? So, we're looking at strategies and what are trading strategies? And when you have a trading strategy, what do you do after that? So just to answer this simple question right here, what is a trading strategy? So before we get into the strategies themselves, let's just cover what a strategy is. So, and in short, a trading strategy is just a well thought out plan, guys. It's just a system that you have that you will follow for making trading decisions. A good trading system, a good trading strategy has rules and rules that you're going to follow. So that way you can try to eliminate the emotions, right? So if you can eliminate emotions, you should be able to be profitable. And that's what we're able to do. For example, when I created the boxing strategy, the boxing and trading system, basically what I'm taking is a trading strategy that's already out there, and then I'm giving you my technique. And what is a technique, guys? Let's go ahead and go over technique. All right.
Technique.
All right, technique, a way of carrying out a particular task, specifically the execution or performance of an artistic work or a scientific procedure. So that's really what we're covering here, guys. It's a scientific procedure, I like to call it, right? Scientific procedure on how to trade. Right, so that's what I'm covering here. I didn't reinvent the wheel and come up with a new strategy that's like, oh my God, guys, this is the best thing ever. This is the only way for you to make money. Wrong. No, that's not what I did here, guys. I put together a system on how to follow a strategy that's already out there, guys. There's only so many things that you can do as far as trading. You have day trading. We'll cover a couple of them. You have scalping. You have swing trading, and so on and so on and so on, right? So basically what I'm covering here is the technique that I like to use that helps me be profitable. And that's the same thing all other professionals will cover with you, right? So if you read, for example, any book, or watch any video by any of the greats like Warren Buffett, Paul Tudor Jones, and Ray Dalio, and all these other guys, right? All of them will tell you, and they will all refer you to read other books. Why? Because they're going to let you know where they learned some of the key things that help their technique, right? So their trading methodology, their trading style, right? So they didn't reinvent the wheel. Basically when stocks were invented, guys, you can buy low and sell high, right? So you buy low, and then later on the stock rallies, you sell high. Boom, easy money, right? And most of the time, everybody followed the same trading system. Hey, it was a buy and hold type of strategy, and then people were playing the long game, okay? Nowadays, we have so many options as far as what we can trade, so many different instruments that things change. So when you're following a trading strategy usually has rules, right? So it has the rules of what you need to do before you enter a trade, how much money you're going to put at risk, where you're going to place your stop, where you're going to place your limits, right? But the most important thing behind everything is, especially for me, when I'm trying to teach, for example, guys, is the execution side of things. And your decision making. So I'm trying to make it so that and you have a system to follow that says, hey, step 1, step 2, step 3, right? Because logic, reason, and common sense must at all times trump everything else in your decision making, guys. So when it comes to trading, you need to be able to make a trade and not be emotional about it. You need to be able to cut your losses early. You need to be able to recognize when you have a winner and let your winners run. I've covered it multiple times, and I say, hey guys, look, I got a winning trade. Now I just got to be patient. Now it's easy to manage a winning trade, but you have to let it be easy. You have to be patient, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at selecting the right strategy, right? So how do you select the right strategy? Because selecting the right strategy for yourself is key, guys. All right, so selecting the right strategy, guys, is key. So what do you need to consider when it comes to selecting the right strategy? Well, you have to think about yourself. And there's so many strategies out there, but you have to pick something that's going to be beneficial for you and for you alone. I can't tell you that strategy 1 is going to be better for you than strategy A or strategy B. Strategy Charlie is better than strategy number 3, etc., right? you need to be able to determine what works for you based on your time available, and your mental capacity to withstand moves. Do you want to sit down in front of the computer and watch it all day? Do you want to be able to put on a trade and forget about it for the next couple of months, the next year, right? You kind of have to take into consideration everything that's out there, so that you can have peace of mind. You're a trader. We all have different psychological makeups and risk tolerances. We have different levels of patience. So when you put on a position, are you going to be able to sleep at night? Are you going to be able to focus throughout the day as you run your errands and go do things and go about your life? So you have to consider what style of trading fits your lifestyle. Different lifestyles mean different strategies. Day trading means that you may have to sit in front of the computer. When you're scalping, it means that you need to be able to get in and get out quickly. Are you able to do that? Are you good with the computer? You know what I mean? So that's the type of stuff that you have to take into consideration. Are you still working a 9-to-5 job? So let's go ahead and cover some of the trading strategies that are out there, right? So for number one, you have day trading, right? When it comes to day trading, it's basically you're opening and closing a trade usually in the same day. So basically, yes, because that's why it's in the name, day trading, right? So you're going to open and you're going to close in the same day, right? So day trading, right? So that's what day trading is. Are you able to sit in front of the computer at least from 9:30, for example, to 11 o'clock? Or are you able to do 9:30 to 4 o'clock? Can you do that? You have to consider it. Most of the time, I would say you don't even need to be there all day. You can just probably trade the first hour of the day. It's going to be the most profitable time anyway, because that's when things tend to move. So is day trading a system that you're able to do, right? Then I would honestly consider scalping a sub system of day trading, because usually when you're scalping, you're just getting in and out, right? So you're in and out of trades in a very rapid fashion, right? So it's just one of those things. And then again, you can apply all of these things to different instruments. You have regular stocks, you got ETFs, you have commodities, you have futures, you have Forex. So you can apply these systems, right? So day trading, not usually as fast as scalping. You're probably going to be in a little bit longer. Scalping, you're in and out within seconds or minutes, right? When it comes to day trading, you may hold for, up to 30 minutes or longer, up to a few hours, right? All right, so that's what you have there. Now, you have swing trading. So now let's say, you know what, Ron, I don't really have that much time to be sitting in front of the computer. I kind of like putting in end of day plays, right? So you do some end of day plays for swing trading where, hey, you might take profit the next day or for the next week, depending on the moves. You're basically, usually when you're doing swing trades, you're paying attention to the daily candles, right? You're paying attention to the daily candles, and you want to see what the markets are doing for the next couple of days, what you expect the markets to do for the next couple of days, or the stock that you're trading, right? So when you're doing swing trades, you have more freedom to go about your business, okay? So again, we've covered 3 so far. So, you got day trading where you're expecting, for example, to hold for 30 minutes to a few hours. You may be expecting anywhere from $1 move or higher, a dollar move or higher. When it comes to scalping, you may just be collecting pennies, right? So you can go from a penny all the way to $1 maybe. Most scalpers are very in and out. So the idea is to get in and get out. And usually you go massively heavy. You may get 100,000 shares, 10,000 shares, and then just get out quickly when you are up 10 cents and boom, call it a day. You made your money, right? So it all depends on your ability, and risk tolerance. Scalping, I tried it. It didn't work for me. End of day, you may put in a trade. So swing trading, you put in a trade for a few days, right? So you could be putting in a trade for a few days, even weeks, or weeks. It depends on the expected move and how long you think it's going to last. So now you can take advantage of those overnight moves. You can take advantage of gaps, gap ups, gap downs. And that way you don't have to worry so much about the position, right? So now we go into longer term stuff, right? So you have position trading. You can be holding a position for larger stock moves, again, from weeks up to months or maybe years, right? So weeks plus, months, even a year, where you're just holding something because you want to hold it, right? Then you have breakout and reversal strategies, right? Breakout and reversal strategies. So again, something breaks out here, I'm gonna go long. Something breaks out here, I'm gonna go short. Okay, or something hits a key level here, I'm gonna take the reversal play. Something hits down here, hits support, I'm gonna take the reversal play. Right, so that's what you're looking at when you're looking at breakout and reversal trading strategies, which is more where we fit in here, guys. This and a combination of options trading, right? Then you have momentum traders, guys. You got the guys that, the market is being choppy. These guys, kind of similar to breakouts. These guys say, you know what? Boom, we got a breakout. I'm going where the market is going. And then when it starts to be choppy again, that's when they take their exit, right? They're out, right? Same thing to the downside. So momentum traders are trend followers, right? They follow the trend. When it goes, I'm going. And again, that's kind of a combination of the same thing we like to do, when it goes, I'm going whichever way the market is going. Why fight the trend, right? So we have a combination of a couple of these, and then we adjust them for our technique and what works for us, right? Then you got long-term investments, guys. Kind of like position holding, where you're building a portfolio, right? So you build a portfolio, right? And basically you're gonna have a few key stocks that you're looking to make some money on, right? And you're gonna hold these for the long term, usually over a year. Definitely taking advantage of those tax breaks by when you hold over a year, right? Then you have algorithmic trading strategies, guys. So you guys are familiar with the algos. So when you see these massive breakdowns, you know that it's usually due to some crazy algorithms out there, causing the markets to rally or crash hard, only to come right back to where they started because the algos are just putting in massive amounts of orders. Then you have options trading, right? Options trading strategies. And there's so many. And each one of these categories that I've covered so far, guys, have sub categories beneath them, guys. Because, for example, options trading, you can focus strictly on debit spreads, right? You can focus on credit spreads, right? You can focus on iron condors, right? So there's so many options, and this is where, your technique comes into play. So you can do condors, there's so many things you can do, for example, with options trading, which is one of my reasons why I ended up settling with options, is because there's so many ways for me to adjust and make sure that I don't lose money. Because with options, the benefit of options is you can make money when the market is going down. You can make money when the market is going up. And you can definitely make money when the market is going nowhere. And that's why I like options, right? So you have so many ways for you to get in, get out. And then, when you apply a couple of the other strategies and just apply it to your technique, again, guys, that's the key word I'm using here today is technique, right? So we're not reinventing the wheel. We're not doing anything new or out of the ordinary, I take what I learn. And you should do the same thing. Take what you learn. Always continue your education. I don't know anybody that doesn't recommend that you continue to read. If you're learning from somebody and they're not telling you to read or refer to something from where they learn from, I don't know what they're telling you. But, there's always a massive list of books. Like, hey, man, I read this book and I learned this from here. I read this book and I learned this from here. I watched these videos and I learned this from here. And that's what you should be doing, too. You're always learning, guys, I'm up early because there's only so many hours in the day, guys. So I get up at 4:30 in the morning, right? 4:30 in the morning. It's pitch black outside and I'm outside running, right? Why? Because I don't have other times, I don't have time. I have a family. I have things to do, and including trading. So I need to read. I need to exercise. I need to trade. I need to do videos. I need to go run errands. I need to go fly helicopters, whatever the case, guys. I have things to do. There's only so many hours that I can do it on. So I need to make sure that I'm maximizing my day by taking advantage of the time that is available. So anyway, getting back to it. So options trading strategies. These subcategories, there's a ton of them in here. So again, you can take advantage of that. You can buy, you can sell, you can make money no matter what it does. And then one of my other favorites is dividend trading strategies, right? Which is basically you're taking advantage of stocks. I love REITs, for example. REITs, they pay you monthly. Some of these pay you monthly. You could be making money from real estate, for example, doing REITs just by buying a ton of REITs and building a nice portfolio of REITs and dividend paying stocks like Apple. You know what I mean? So start buying things like Apple, other REITs and REITs and things like that that will pay you monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually, and you can start getting paid that way. So now we've covered 10 different strategies, guys, and each one of these strategies, like I said, has sub strategies, ways for you to actually go about trading these. So, when it comes to dividends, you can buy the dividend paying stocks on the ex dividend date or the day before the ex dividend date. You own the stock for that day, boom, and then you can just get rid of it, and then you will still get paid. So that's something I know. I've seen a strategy like that. I haven't found a way to actually do it myself successfully, but I've seen it where it's like, hey, you don't even need to keep owning the stock. Just get it right before the ex-dividend day. Make sure you're logged in as, hey, I own the stock for that day, and now you're going to get paid when the dividend is paid out, and then you can put that capital to work elsewhere, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? So now you have that ability. Again, you can trade scalping strategies, swing strategies, everything based off. You can even mix and match some of these. For example, this ex-dividend strategy, most stocks actually end up going lower during ex-dividend, right? When the stock is about to pay a dividend or is going through this phase between ex-dividend and actually paying out that dividend, stocks tend to go lower. So what can you do when you have that information? It's like, oh, well, I already know it's likely to go lower because it's about to pay out some money. So why don't I put in a swing trade, right? Let's say you can buy some puts. Let's say you can short the stock, right? You can sell a call vertical spread, right? So there's so many things that you can do, guys. There's so many things that you can do. So now, again, there's so many ways for you to make money. You just have to figure out what actually works for you, right? So like I said in the beginning, what I'm trying to show you here is everybody's technique, right, is different. And that's the key. You have to figure out which trading strategy, which trading methodology, which technique works best for you, and then you go about developing your own technique. So you learn a little bit from Ron, you learn a little bit from Warren, you learn a little bit from Ray, you learn a little bit from, pick your character, doesn't matter. Just learn, and then develop your own technique, guys. This is what's going to help you in the long run. When you develop your own technique. So you guys know we do option strategies, right? Definitely. So we do options. And then because we do options, we do a combination of things like, we may do some options where we're holding them for a little bit longer, a couple of weeks, depending on how far out we go. So we consider, hey, I'm doing an option strategy, but I'm basing my decision based on a, momentum trade or a swing trade, right? So, or maybe a breakout or a trend reversal, which we've done that, right? So, and then we have, swing trade. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to make my swing trade, but it's an options trade, but based on a swing methodology of entry, right? Same thing. Also do some day trading. So now we've narrowed this down. So it's a simple system to follow. So it's like, okay, well, this is now sounds like it's getting complicated, Ron. You have so many things to point to so many different things. Well, that's just it, guys. You have to figure out what tolerance is your tolerance. So right now we're focusing on the daily, basically mostly on the day trading, right? Day trading, right? And now as we get more and more advanced, I want to start showing you guys how to actually start making money by collecting premium instead of buying premium. What you want to do is sell, not buy. Selling is always going to work better in the long run. And that's what you want to focus on. But a lot of people find it confusing. I mean, we spent an hour and a half to 2 hours on last night's webinar where I was trying to explain how the system works. And I've shown this multiple times, but I know a lot of people don't do it because they find it a little bit more complicated to understand. So just keep that in mind. But as we get on and as I see everybody improving, we will keep adding more content so that you guys can see. I'll try to simplify it as much as possible so that you do have a step-by-step guide. Again, guys, if you have a step-by-step guide, step 1, step 2, Step 3, You should not have any reason to falter, because what I'm trying to do is eliminate your emotions, right? So if we can eliminate your emotions, right? Eliminate your emotions, and you just have a system to follow. Just follow the system, right? Eliminate emotions, just follow the system, because the system works. You should do okay, as long as you follow the rules. So normally when somebody tells me, oh, I'm not doing so good, okay, send me a list of your transactions, I'll review it. Usually you can see clearly where they violated, you violated rule number 2, or you did half of rule number 3, and this is where you failed, etc., etc., etc. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe for those of you who have not subscribed just yet. I'll see you guys on the next one.